talk about the holiday weekend, a lot of people will be outside barbecuing, maybe at the park, outside by the pool, swimming. So it's important to protect your skin. That's why Dr. Scott Tannehill of the Arizona Radiation Oncology Center is here with us this morning to give us some tips on making sure we choose the right sunscreen, because they can be a little misleading sometimes, doctor.
That's absolutely correct. The words sunblock is misleading and the word waterproof is misleading. No product absolutely blocks all the sun's harmful rays, and no product is completely waterproof.
And that's part of the reason why there's been new changes coming to labels, which I know will go into effect in December, but manufacturers were getting hounded on about what they were saying that their product did.
That's correct. Yeah, the FDA concluded after doing some research that some of these products were giving the wrong impression. So they're asking the manufacturers to remove the word sunblock, remove the words waterproof, and to prove that water-resistant and full-spectrum antibiotics truly meet the scientific standards.
Okay. Let's talk about some of the do's and don'ts, and the tips that you have for us. We see the different SPFs. What is really necessary, and what is, is 50 really going to make a difference versus 15?
You know, the key here is not so much the SPF rating as it is applying the product frequently.
Okay.
In fact, the FDA is actually considering banning the so-called ultra SPF products, like anything with an SPF rating over 50. Anything over 50 is probably not giving you really any additional benefit.
Really?
And
okay.
The higher SPF products tend to be thicker and less pleasant to put on. The FDA and most scientists recommend a minimum of 15 for the SPF factor. That's the number at which we start seeing reductions in the rates of premature aging and especially skin cancer. Anything under 15 really is not protecting you against skin cancer. 30 is probably the best, probably because most folks, even though they think they're putting it on, maybe aren't putting it on thick enough, and more importantly, they're not reapplying it. Every product is going to be washed off. As you wipe your face with a towel in the hot sun, you're going to wipe the sunscreen off. So applying sunscreen every hour and using at least an SPF 30 is important.
Every hour?
About every hour. It depends on your activity. If you're splashing and having a lot of fun in the pool and you come out of the pool and dry off, you should probably reapply it, even if it's every 30 minutes.
Is it being washed off, and does it come off when you're in the water like that?
Absolutely. All of these products will come off in the water, and the tests have shown that. In fact, the FDA is having strict requirements on what they can call water resistant. They actually do tests to see how long it stays on when people are in hot tubs.
Because nothing is waterproof. We want to stress that.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing is waterproof and nothing fully blocks the sun.
Okay. Now, when we talk about sunblock, that's of course one step, but there are other things that you can do, especially for younger children. What are some of those tips you have for us?
Well, to make a special point about children under the age of 6 months, there's no product that is technically considered safe for children under 6 months of age. Most of them are probably safe, but they haven't been test proven to be safe.
Okay.
So pediatricians recommend that instead of sunscreen for children under 6 months of age, you use barrier protection. Hats, clothing, and sunglasses. It's very important. Your average tightly woven clothing has an SPF factor in excess of 50, so it's excellent sunblock.
Yeah, I do see some of the clothes, especially children's clothing, that says it has sunblock. Is that true? Does that really make a difference?
It's true, but I think most tightly woven fabrics are going to have that same level of sun protection.
Okay.
The marketing of the manufacturers are capitalizing on the concerns by putting UPF sun protection factor ratings on their products. But
does it mean it takes the place of sunscreen?
No, it doesn't take the place of sunscreen. In fact, you can get sunburns through some of the filmier and gauzier materials. You can get sunburned through that. And you can get sunburn on partly cloudy days as well.
Dr. Tannehill, thank you so much for shedding some light on sunblock. So important to wear, not just in the summertime, but all year round, especially here in Arizona. We appreciate Dr. Tannenbaum again with Tannehill with Tannehill.
Okay, happens a lot.
It's too long of a name, just teasing. He is with the Arizona Radiation Oncology Specialist in Gilbert. Thanks so much.